hope. It's invisible, but it carries weight. It's the thing that keeps us putting one foot in front of the other when life feels unbearable. And research shows it's not just a nice idea. People of faith who tend to live with greater hope actually live longer, healthier lives. What if I told you that hope, prayer, community, and belief could rewire your brain, calm your body, and even extend your lifespan? Today, we're going to explore the science and the stories of why having faith and hope isn't just spiritual, it's physical. Researchers have been studying this for decades, and the results are clear. People of faith tend to live longer. Take Harvard University's 20-year study of more than 70,000 women. Those who went to church more than once a week were 33% less likely to die during that time than those who never went. That's not small. That's decades of extra birthdays, graduations, and moments with loved ones. At Duke University, doctors found that older adults with strong faith had lower blood pressure, less depression, and faster recovery times. In short, faith wasn't just comforting their minds, it was protecting their bodies. Let me share a story with you about a woman named Grace. She was the kind of person you'd see at the grocery store with a smile, even on her hardest days. One day she became ill. The doctors told her she only had a year left. Aggressive cancer, nothing more they could do. Most people would have broken down right then and there, but not Grace. Every morning she'd whisper a little prayer, sometimes so soft you could barely hear it. God, just give me today. And you know what? She didn't just get one more year. She got 7. 7 years of watching her kids graduate, walk down the aisle, and even hold their first babies. The doctors couldn't explain it, but her family knew. It was her faith, her hope, and her will to keep living one more day at a time. Now, was it a miracle? Or was it that her faith gave her strength, resilience, and purpose? Science says it was likely both. Hope doesn't just lift the spirit, it fights for the body. Here's what happens inside the brain. When we pray or meditate, our brains release chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, the same ones antidepressants boost. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg discovered that during prayer, the part of the brain that handles focus and decision-making lights up, and the part that fuels stress and fear, it quiets down. In simple terms, prayer literally reshapes the brain. It lowers stress, boosts resilience, and strengthens the immune system. Faith isn't just changing how we feel, it's changing how we heal. But it's not just prayer. It's people. Faith is rarely walked alone. Loneliness, scientists say, is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But those in faith communities, church, small groups, prayer circles, are surrounded by support. When crisis hits, someone shows up with a meal, a phone call, a listening ear. That connection lowers stress and keeps hope alive. And when hope stays alive, people do too. So here's the truth. Faith does more than comfort the soul. It strengthens the body, rewires the brain, and builds communities that keep us alive. Science explains the mechanisms, but those who live it know hope is more than biology. It's the spark that keeps us going when everything else says stop. If you're weary today, remember, your story isn't over. Hope is alive, and it may just give you more life than you ever imagined. If this story lifted your heart, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. Subscribe for more stories of hope, encouragement, and faith to keep you going when life feels heavy. Remember, you are not alone, and hope is still alive.